Hope this doesn't crash the stream. Oh, they're so good. Like, say what you want about our current president, and I kind of got a soft spot for him. He's like, he's like that, he's like that crazy grandpa that's not afraid to speak his mind. And I mean, just look at this guy's face. I mean, so much expression. So they're so good. They're so good. All right, I got lots of material here. Oh man. Oh jeez. Just so good. What? What? Some of these are really weird. Okay, so that's definitely stick PNG celebrities. What? What? What is this? What is all this garbage? Jeez. It's just toxic ad popping. Save file, PNG, okay. Yeah, get bent pop-ups. Love it. The Dawn. Objection! These are really good. These are really good. Some of these seem a bit irreverent. Okay. Browsing, playing with ideas. Like, this is like the most normal. That could be anybody. Representation. Okay. Ah, I love this one. That's great. I just wanna kinda actually, if I'm gonna do a Trump tank, I don't want it to be disrespectful. This guy, I mean, look at this expressive face. He really is an expressive guy. Look at that big old smile. Is that edited in some way? I mean, I see that there's a border, but... Ooh, that's a bit intimidating almost. That, wait, thumbnail.php, that's not gonna be proper image. Frickin' freepngimage.com. I don't know who you are, but I will find you and I will destroy your pop-ups. DONAL. Why would you space it out like that? Ah! Some web pages are just so toxic. You know what? They have the pings that I need. What even is that? I don't understand. Let's get some more resources here. American flag, obviously. How about, well, yeah, I think it. It pretty much speaks. Interesting. put a QR code that I don't. Something. And like, as an American and a citizen, I don't want to represent the leader of my country or the symbols of my country in a disrespectful way. This is more like an homage. I really do appreciate my president and very difficult task lies before him continuously. And I love my country. Doesn't mean I think it's perfect, but my country. And I respect my country. Are taking forever to load. That is like the smallest PNG. Buy this icon for it. How about no? Freaking $2 to download a PNG file. Or what do you think this is? Do you think this was a joke? Think this is a game? I'm not crediting any of you guys. My artistic integrity is nil. So we're collecting images now, and so we've launched, as you can see here, this is the War Thunder CDK, and we're in our asset viewer here, and we need to find the Abrams. This is how you make a custom camo for a ground vehicle, tanks and such. Okay, and we found, there's the folder called tanks. You see we have it open. Here's a folder called USA. Let's open that up. I think that's where we want to be. And then it is arranged alphabetically, but there can be some surprises. I don't know if this is, oh, it's M1 Abrams. Okay, so we've got anything that says add is like add-on armor, and I know that there's side skirts on the Abrams, so this is going to be the AO, I think, is like a texture file or a lighting file, something like that. C is what we want, the C files. So we found add-on armor, and you can see the side skirts here. You might recognize the shape of the side skirts on the Abrams with these images. This is going to be the color files. C is for color, I think. Good enough for me. Make sure that it's set to RGBA for your output file. Export to DDS, and you see that it's already chosen a file to export it to, but I want it to go to, where do I want it to go? Let's put it in downloads. New folder called Abrams. This is a template for the side armor on the outside of the Abrams. And we've got Abrams body, color file, export, downloads, Abrams. And these are DDS files as opposed to the TGA files that you'd be using for aircraft. DDS is direct draw surface, I think. Not that that matters all that much. So we got the body. Now we need the gun color file. Export. Downloads. Abrams. Save. Got the gun. Now we need the turret. See how this works? Look at that cool turret design. You can see the angled cheeks there, and such. There's your side armor on the turret. Lots of space for decals and the like. There's a square cut out here from the side armor, so that's probably something like that. I'd have to find that specifically and adjust things if I want to paste over a solid graphic on the side of theirs. That can be challenging. We'll have to see what we do with that. Export Downloads. Sorry for that. I have a bit of a cold today. I have been sick constantly this year. So we got the turret, and that's the last piece of the Abrams that we need. So close the CDK because it takes up a ton of RAM, and check in on the. It's a cool video I just uploaded. I was just checking to see what's already out there for the Abrams. Not much. Actually, a decent amount of stuff, but not much competition, I should say. There's one sort of uber patriotism skin, and I think I could do better. At least for my style. This has a style all its own, and it really does match its style nicely. But it's not something I would actually use in game. I think I can make a patriotic skin that I would be happy with. A cartoony, sort of like an anime Trump skin, I think is what I might end up doing. So no comments as of this time. I will try to check in every now and then to check on your comments to make sure I'm not missing things. Now, let's look up some more things. Well, let's actually open up a file and get crack-a-lack in here. So, we have War Thunder open. We already created a custom camouflage template like that. We will be changing all kinds of things. Now, the smoke launchers will stand out, as will the gun and the gun mount. Those are not going to be that's what that side thing is. Boxes. So these boxes on the side here are also going to stand out. The Abrams is going to be one of those things that is rather challenging to create a custom camouflage for. I might be in over my head here. Maybe when I said I can do better, I don't mean that I have more skill than the person that has already made an Abrams camouflage, but just that I have a different style, and I like my own style. Put it that way. Because this camo could end up looking like garbage. It might actually take more than this stream to build this thing. So let's get into it. I need to open up downloads, and look at all those happy Trumps. And let's start with the armor skirts. So have body add-on armor. Hopefully they have the gun mount and those side boxes and things modeled along with the turret, so I can just grab it from there. If not, I might have to search around the CDK for a while to find where those files are, which is nothing new to me. Now, because this is a DDS file, it has depth of color built into it, so we need to go to colors, components, decompose, RGBA, copy the alpha file, or the alpha layer, colors, components, compose, RGB. What did we just do? I don't know, but that's how we're able to actually see the colors of our add-on armor, and it's pretty bland, as you can tell. This is what your users, this is what your camouflage file overlays itself over when you're using a regular War Thunder camouflage. And what we're going to do by creating a user skin from the DDS files is basically cover all of that with whatever we put here. So we've got our background layer, that's our regular color map, RGB, red, green, blue color mapping, and we're pasting in our alpha layer. This is the lighting, as it were. This is like your black and white. And we'll be using that later, and we'll need a few more layers. Let's make 3 layers. Okay, 3 blank layers. We're thinking like background, decals, and more decals, if that's what we want to do. So what are we looking at? We see this wedgie piece here and that wedgie boy over there. Let's take a look. It looks like they're actually asymmetrical, so that can be helpful. We'll just look at those, go back to the game, and see what we're looking at here. They're a little bit symmetrical. Yeah. So, rear panels are the shorter ones, and you've got a longer one, a few of these, and one of those. So, let's start by picking a color. Now, we have our flag, and we could go with a red, white, and blue scheme, which would be entirely appropriate, or maybe we could go for something else. Maybe a black scheme with the colors overlaid on top of it, or a lighter blue, or even something of a gradient. But a gradient's going to be tough because you see that these are chopped all up, and you'll have to arrange each one individually. That could be a huge time sink. So let's go with either a pattern, and you know what, I kind of feel like doing a pattern. So let's see, what kind of patterns could we pick? Let's go with just see what patterns come up. Of course, there's your actually hexagons might really look nice on the side skirts. What else do we have? Sort of a mosaic there. Rather interesting. Sort of a turtle shell style of hexagon pattern. These are all pretty neat. Tessera, whatever it is. That's kind of cool. You've got your hypercubes there. Tessellation, I guess. Triangles. Retro 80s gaming. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool as well. More of a 3D style. Links. I kind of like the look of either just a regular hexagons. That's pretty cool as well. Some pretty neat stuff here when you type in pattern. Okay. That is a classic. That is pretty cool. These are like where are we? This is pretty neat. It's only 300 by 295 though. And what just happened? What is this web page? Was this like made in the 90s or something? Pretty weird. Yet. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. Actually, what I should do, let's focus on hexagons, right? So let's try hexagon tile. Ooh, actual tile could be cool. That could be neat. That looks like granite tile. That can be pretty neat. We've got a dark stone tile look and a multicolored tile. Yeah, yeah. Let's look at these. That could be good. That's pretty neat. That is pretty beautiful, actually. that. And those are pretty darn cool as well. I think I need to get a little bit closer. That file. Hopefully that was a PNG. Go to our photo editor and see what we can close that one now. We're done with TIE fighters. And let's get into our layers here. So we have some options. Our downloads folder, and look at what we got here. I kind of like these hexagons. Pretty cool. They're not quite interlocking, but if I can scale it down a bit, let's get it down to 900. They're still much too big. Scale. Okay, so we'd be looking at like that kind of deal. That looks pretty cool. And we'll want to select color. What a pain. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit tedious. Threshold 15 and it still is selecting as much as I would like it to. I think I can live with that. Copy. Here's our layer. Fill. Pattern. But well, that is a thing. I don't particularly like that. Okay. Let's just select this darker section here. But no. Paste. Is that a square? Square. Okay. Did everything there. Fill with pattern. That, well, we'll see. Opacity. It's a bit blocky. Bit blocky. Yeah, that's not what I want. Let's try something else. This is going a bit slower than some of my other custom camos. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this in one go. But at least you see how to get the files. This is pretty cool. These ones are interlocking hexagons without the spaces between them. That space between, like you would have for actual tile, because you need the space for the grout. It doesn't really work so well for an overlay, a mesh. Or, da, 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 da. Sorry, my baby's pretty cute. She was really, really busy today. She still says da da every now and then, and it makes me really happy. Let's try this one. Ooh, it's a little more subtle. Quite subtle. Subtle to the point that I can barely tell what's going on. Look at you. Okay, now I see. You are interesting. I could perhaps live with that. Let's try resizing it to see what it does. Let's give her a shot. That could be an interesting texture. Actually, you know what? Screw that. We're doing something else. We are doing something. Let's go with an actual what? We want open hexagons. We want the wire mesh hexagons, and I didn't even download it, so do that. That is a little bit too 3D. I'm looking for more of just like vector art, genes pattern. That's all very interesting. But here we go. Hexagons. Shutterstock, you're so toxic. To buy your stuff. You know what? I want that cool like Mass Effect hexagon. Hexagon. Let's keep looking. That's what I'm. Oh, this one's. Okay, so those are transparent hexagon. Try that. SVG. I don't know what an SVG is, but apparently I can use it as overlay. Oh, not. Wow, there's all kinds of options on this thing. And yet, I like that. I like that. Let's resize it a bit. Yeah. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. Okay. Good to know. Good to know we can still find why you do this. I'm not selecting you. Be part of our background layer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we like this. Like this. I like it just the way it is. Whoa, that's crazy. Isn't that trippy? With a double hexagon, that looks actually pretty cool. But it also looks a bit chaos. So let's finish moving. This SVG file is pretty easy to manipulate. Okay, I'm happy with that. Anchor. Okay, so we have a sort of a texture layer. We need to pick a color still. So actually our texture layer should go on top of our everything. I put it on the bottom. Okay. Okay, I like that. Color layer. Yes. Fill. And color. I want our color to be of these. So let's get some resources in here that we can. Get Donny Boy in here. I like that. This is great because it's like Phoenix Wright. Just alright. So we got that one. This is pretty good. We could get some colors off of that. I kinda like that. Actually, that whole image there was looking very reverent. The guy's good at getting his picture taken. Hold. And again, I have a lot of respect for the office of the president. The man is working himself to death. Every American president has had a huge weight on their shoulders, and I don't want to belittle that in any way. Kind of like that cloth color on his jacket there. Sample that and go back to layer 2. Yeah. Fill, pattern. It's kind of neat. That is kind of neat. Okay. That's a thing. Thing that's happening. Another thing that's happening is my phone is ringing. Phone always rings. Hello, phone. Oh, well, whatever. It's spam. I've been getting so many spam calls from just random stuff. Somebody sold my number, and I don't appreciate that at all. But negative opacity is a thing. Can't really see what's going on anymore. Do we still want hexagons? Only if they can be useful in some way. Huh. Now there's a thought. If I make the sides and rear of the hole to look like a jacket, perhaps I could go with a white theme for the upper hole and put a tie down the middle. You see what I'm talking about here? You know what? I think I can do that. And the turret, will we model an old man face on the turret? I don't know. We'll get to that one when we get to it, but I kind of like the thought of making the sides look like a jacket, and that means that layer 3 gets to get deleted. What? What's going on here? Why can't I delete layer 3? Why can't I do anything to layer 3? Oh, it's layer 1. Why? I can't do anything to layer 3 because layer 3 is nothing. Now it kind of looks like squares, and I don't especially like that. So let's just refine this idea a little bit better. Didn't I see a nice navy blue? It's interesting what different people think is navy blue. That looks pretty good. Oh, until that happened. What? Good God, man. It was fine until finished rendering. And then, yay, get bent pop-up ads. We're not making any progress. That's okay. Beautifully. Da 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 da. Gene. Gene pattern. That's not. Sorry about that. Goodness, I'm dying in your ear. That's not terrible. Denim texture. Ugh. Ugh. What? What? I guess I can probably work with that. 900 by 600. Save. Here. I'm really just kind of flying in circles here. But this is the artistic process. This is the artistic process for me, I should say. I'm sure there are people who can actually make up their mind, but I just keep on like throwing enough stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So clipboard, pattern fill, layer 2. Why not? Camo. Oh, that looks pretty neat. That looks pretty neat. And then if we give it a little bit more of a blue background. And we'll have to almost entirely get rid of the base layer, because metallic textures and cloth textures don't really, I mean, rust showing through your cloth, that's not gonna look good. So let's go back to this, and what do we want? Blue. Fill with a color. Color is going to be somewhere in that range. That looks good. All that presidential blue. Hey, look at that. It looks like jeans now. That's pretty good. So, turn down the opacity a bit and see what produces that. I like that. So we'll leave that the way it is. There we go. There we go. Hide these layers. There's that. Now that. And add layer mask. Black. Copy alpha layer. Paste it into the layer mask. Hit. Voila. Now we have some character to our denim. That's really starting to look good. Let's consolidate that. Push that down. Add layer mask. Black. File export as, and now I need to find template. Jump into that one. Back to user skins. Now M1. US M1 Abrams right there. Bam. And we're gonna call this skirts. Dot. We don't want a PNG. Want yes. Export. Expression C3 DXT5 is fine. Okay. Alright. Now we're looking at actually making a custom camo files. Go into, I got a quick link screenshots. Jump into the War Thunder folder. Jump into user skins. Find US template US M1 Abrams. There's our file we just created. That's our color file for the side skirts, the add-on armor. We've named it skirts.dds. Opening up the mod file. This is how you replace text. And we want to replace text. See, the name we want to replace is, go into Abrams actually. It's called this M1 Abrams body add C .dds. So if we click rename, just click it and then copy the name. Now click out. You haven't changed the name of your original file. Now we go back into our custom. We need to replace that with, see how it says .tga there? .dds. That's the name of the file we're replacing this file with. Get it? The regular M1 Abrams body add-on armor color map we're replacing with this file we just made, and its name happens to be skirts.dds. Right? You can name it whatever you want. You have to put that name in there. And then we can get rid of this. That is just not important. So, file, save, go into the game, see if it worked. Totally did not work. Wait, user skin disabled? Shouldn't be. No, template. Hey, look at that. We're wearing jeans. that actually looks pretty cool. A little bit of artifacting there. But overall, really classy. Really classy. Apple bottom jeans. Now we just need boots with the fur, right? We'll have to do something with the wheels. I don't know what we're going to do with that. But we're wearing jeans. We can put ourselves a nice white t-shirt here and give ourselves a tie. And if we could just, roll up our sleeves somehow, we could have a town hall meeting. But we've put jeans on the Abrams. You know what? It's going to be a long stream to get this to actually work, so I might have to end it here. Hawk to Hazard, good to hear from you, Mr. Fuse. Hey, Savage Bros, nice to see you. We're doing some art here on the War Thunder. Derp Tank, good to see you. Yeah, that's the different pieces of the Abrams. And the Don, how you doing, man? I was just thinking about you the other day, wondering how you're doing on making your videos. I've been keeping track of what you've been putting out, and good stuff. Let's see. So yes, we We've just put jeans on the Abrams, and we're going from there. This is how to make a custom tank skin, and I'm not really explaining everything here because it's really complicated. I watched a video on how to do it, and it was a pain. So we've got our skirts, our armored skirts done. Let's open up another image from our resources here, and let's work with the body. My armored skirt's telling me no, but my body is telling me APDS. Alright, M1 Abrams, and you gotta like Alt Tab to it twice before it shows up, which is just, right, whatever. It is whatever. Decompose. RGBA. Copy the alpha layer. Why? Because reasons that way. Color. Components. Compose. RGB. Okay. Closing these old windows. I'm using GIMP, by the way. If you're using a different Photoshop style program, photo editor, you may need to, you know, do a few things differently. So pasting down the alpha layer, getting that out of our way. Here's our working layers. So we're going to need a base texture, and our base texture is going to be along the lines of shirt on the body here and jacket for everything else, basically. This could be a huge pain in the butt. This might be a bit of a challenge, is what I'm saying. But actually, now that I think about it, we can just put a pretty standard blue cloth texture that's a little bit different color for all of this, and then just single out this panel here for the t-shirt treatment, and then we need to find that for our tie. The driver's hatch cover is around here somewhere, and I'll have to put the tie over that. But we could be able to do this here. We're starting to pick up some speed. So we still need a cloth texture, and that jean texture worked out pretty well for us, but I want a finer cloth texture for our shirt style. So what will we put this? Cotton pattern, maybe? It's kind of is silk. This could be, if I could remember, yeah, maybe a nylon cloth pattern. If we get the pattern, if we get the right texture, then we can color it however we want. And I like this, but it has a bit of a gradient. As you see, it has more lighting on this edge than on that edge, and that's going to cause some artifacting when we just flat paste it. This one has a little bit more of a constant gradient. Still a bit lighter over here than over there, but maybe we can do that. So let's find it, because that didn't give me the option to save it as a PNG. It's weird how Google Images works now. Whatever, we're just gonna go with that. And because we're going to be using this as a pattern, we might not have to have the highest resolution image. We'll see. So here it is. Texturas de algodón. That's cotton textures in Spanish. Copy. And we're going to need to drop it into a layer to really work with it here. Now what? Let's start playing with colors. So anchor it to that layer. And then... Actually, I don't want to do that. So we've already copied it. And no. Make this really interesting. Maybe... Let's give it a shot. So... This layer. How am I gonna do this? Color. That one. How am I gonna do this? Let's start with the road wheels. You got 2 bits, even a third maybe, for the gears. And then these look like road wheels. Huh. This is where it gets interesting. I still need to find that driver's hatch as well. So... maybe I should figure out my pattern first. Go to this layer, layer 1. Fill it with our pattern. Camo. There it is. Not too bad on the artifacting. You can tell that it's a pattern. But if you drop the opacity down and look at it on top of our pieces of metal here, not too bad. Not too bad. Now we need another layer. And we need some color. So our color is still a blue. So there's our blue that we already had from the jeans. And you see it's a bit light. So let's make this a bit darker. Where is the hue, shade? Bit darker. That actually looks even lighter. So, ooh, try this. Opacity 15. Eraser size 400 pixels. 400 pixels. That's rather large. Don't want to erase that layer. It's this layer. Yeah. Yeah. Let's give ourselves sort of a wear look. And that's all actually trash, and I need to do much better. So, how will we do this? I can't believe you've done this. Change the opacity even more on this one. Get 20. Okay. And let's actually highlight things. So if I'm wearing away at this layer, then what am I doing? Let's actually change our size to 200. I'm more comfortable with that. Okay. This is going to have none of that on it, so don't even worry about it. But for the outside of this wheel, let's wear away at the cloth look here. How does that? Actually, you know what? Let's take this one and go ahead and merge it down with that layer. Now we can play around with this. Okay, let's start with the wheels. The wheels, we want a little bit of wear show up. See? Around the edges of our wheel. And this will all be a lot more explicit once we settle on a word thing stuff do once we settle on an opacity, but for now our texture opacity, our cloth, is much more see-through than it'll be in the final image, just so I can see what's behind it for me here fiddling around with giving some wear to this. In fact, maybe I don't have to do any of this, and I'm an idiot, and all I need to do is bind an alpha layer to it. So set it to that. There's our alpha layer. Copy. Let's see, add layer mask. Black. Let's see how she looks now. Okay, so we've bound our alpha layer to our texture layer, and everything looks a little bit worn. You can tell that this is a sort of a shirt material. See? And then we'll take this part right here, and I messed up already, but it's too late. So we'll just take our shirt, and I still need to find the driver's hatch. I think this right here. Why do you not zoom where I want you to zoom in? Is this the driver's hatch? Maybe. Huh. Maybe I could just do a total, like, blue jean theme with this, but I don't know. Let's play around with the alpha layer. So we're in the alpha layer. When you're in the alpha layer, only black and white matter. So black and white. Opacity 45. Ugh. It is an airbrush. Okay, so that did like nothing for some reason. What's going on? Why is that like doing nothing? Turn our opacity up. It's making it lighter, so we want to use white. Get less crappy looking. I always felt like the models were a bit too weathered. You don't see American tanks out in the field with their paint peeling like this, looking like they just got pulled out of the scrapyard. So I tend to spruce them up a bit. The old alpha map. That just makes the custom colors come through. Oh, better. There we go. A little bit of weathering is nice for realism, but a bunch of weathering and it just looks like, well, it looks like your typical Soviet bloc country museum tank, where the museum is just, you know, some random field where they parked the thing, and acid rain has been eating away at it for a couple of decades. Let's just clean everything up a little bit. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get this whole like jeans and t-shirt scheme done properly, but a man can try. Okay, so that's what we have so far. We've got our look. Am I happy with that? Yeah, probably. Let's check on the YouTubes. This has been kind of a boring one, guys. Sorry if it's not really informing you very much, but this is what I'm doing right now. I thought I'd share it with you. Let's see what I can do. Maybe we can put one of our Trump stickers on here and make it look good. So, I like that one. I don't like the white border around it. It looks a little bit too much like an actual sticker. So, glamour. Yeah, I don't know what they were. I guess they wanted to look. Select. Copy. We'll put it on layer 2. Paste. Around. Let's go 350 on that one. Still doesn't quite fit. Do 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 do. It's not so bad. I think his hands are a bit too big, but that's a different issue. I might have to scale it down a little bit more. 80. Let's go for gold here. 250. Stop messing around. Get this done. Tank baby's gonna wake up any minute now. Yeah, I like that. And then I could have a word here. Okay, I can live with that. Paster. We need another layer. We need a Trump logo. Oh, you're a big fella. Where did my toolbars go? Thought. Okay. You need to be much smaller. Let's make you 200 pixels. 400 pixels. There you are. Okay, copy. Let's actually put this one below our L. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. They look like they're sort of like bumper stickers on there, you know? Okay. Happy with that. And so you know what? Let's push that down. That. Delete that. That one. Down. See how that looks. So skins. Body.dds. Okay. And now we're doing the same thing we did for the add-on armor. We're copying the name. So you go rename, copy, click outside the field, go back to your Word file. Two of them open. Now two. Go back to your Word file. Realize you messed up. So copy this. Paste. Body. Body.dds. File. Save. Check the old Gamerooney, refresh. And we're back to sucking. What the problem is. So something's wrong with our files here. Let's see. That's definitely a thing. That. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like how the jeans look a little bit different than the shirt texture here. I'm thinking of ways I can make this look better too. You know how like, oh, that looks so good. The wheels look great. But you know how jeans have like the little tears and things in them? So here, where we have these little scuffs, if I can make those white, then we can really have a nice look for our jean look there. So we've got our jeans, and then our jean jacket for our pantsuit. And we got our great little cartoon Trump there. Trump, make America great again. And then if we could get some stars around here, that would really fill things out nicely, I feel. And that's about it for the body. We need something on the back deck. Maybe another Trump. We don't really have room for a bumper sticker back here. So yeah, I think another picture of Trump on that square right there. But that's looking good. I really like it. We're undoing all this layer crunching we did, or at least a good portion of it. And this is our sticker layer. Sticker layer, background. Okay, we like the background. We're entirely happy with that. This is our back deck, I think. Let's go back. So the up square here is the top right. You see that? There's that angle. There's your top right. Go back to this top right, right there. So this is again sticker layer. So let's drop another picture of our president in that layer. Or will we put an American flag? Why not both? So let's put a background layer of the flag. And why not? It's so good. So good. Now I need a little tank for him to ride it. It'll be so cute. Okay. 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 Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be so good. So good. Oh look, it's a little cartoon Abrams. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be perfect. This is gonna be so good. But do we want a black Abrams? I think we want the black Abrams, right? Nothing says financial stability like a black Abrams. It's oil colored after all. Let's see. And we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look so good, right? So we've got our Trump. We've got our black Abrams. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. So let's take and let's put the flag in first. So there's our flag, right? Yeah, we'll copy that. And we gotta remember what everything is here. So layer 1, paste our flag in, top right corner. We need to get the flag aligned properly. I'm not gonna hang the American flag upside down or backwards on anything here. Got too much respect for it. And I also don't want to make it the wrong shapes. So let's drop that down to 200 pixels. And that's looking pretty good. Bammer. That's pretty good there. We'll fade that out at the bottom. Okay. And anchor that to the layer. Now we need El Presidente on a tank. So we need the tank first. Go to that tank. Copy that and paste her down. Scale her down. Oh, it's going to be so good. Actually, almost the size that I want. Let's make it 145. Because we're going to have a Trump head. Actually, copy. I need another layer for this. Don't want to mess up. Okay. Now I need another layer for Trump's head, and then we'll collapse them all down once we get them where we want them. There we go. Look at that pretty boy. And I don't want your... do I want your shirt collar there, or do I want to not have your shirt collar? We'll decide that later. It looks so good. It looks so good. You got a chin there, bud. I wish I could get that all, but I might have to downscale the size a bit. Okay, bud, you need to be about 200 pixels. I can live with that. Yeah, yep, I can definitely live with that. That's adorable. And then we're actually going to put you below the tank. There we go. There we go. Let's zoom in. That looks great. Okay. I do need to move you just a bit. I like that. That's good. Maybe we could give him a helmet as well. You know? We don't want our president to be out into combat unprotected. So let's see. Oh man, that's a Full Metal Jacket reference right there. We might have to. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. Because it doesn't quite fit his style, I think. Army helmet PNG. That looks like something from that one is pretty good. I think something simple. He already has enough character. Wait. He doesn't need a helmet. He just needs a hat. Why was I so silly? Okay, we gotta think about angles here, so how's he gonna be wearing this cap? He's about 20 degrees off to one side, pretty much straight on. That's not gonna look real good with a cap, but the good thing is you can wear a cap sideways. That's a pretty good one. That's an unnecessarily long title. Some of these irreverent references to the Make America Great Again campaign, about which I will not speak in detail. How's that looking? You know what? That's getting close. There's a huge mix of styles here, which is not the best way to do the art, but you know what? When you're a copy-paster like me, you take what you can get. This cap is a bit flat, but that's what we'll do. We'll make it even. Let's make it even smaller. Because we want his head to be huge here. I like it. I like it now. That's good. Now let's make his hair overlap the hat just a bit. Actually, forget I said anything. That looks great. That's enough on that. So, we did that. We did that. We did that. And everything looks amazing. Tank Baby's waking up. I'm out of time. Merge these layers down. And add layer mask. File. Export to body DDS. Have a look-see. I like it. I do like it. I want some text back here. And I want some texture over the top of my decal layer. Let's make that happen now. Just the texture. And then I might put some text in these boxes. We'll see. Or I might let it slide. So we just want our gene texture. Texturas de algodón. Layer over top our old layer. And fill. Pattern fill. Blam. Opacity 20. 15. 10. Yeah, I like it. 10's good. Alright, merge down, delete, merge down, add layer mask, black. Okay. There's the progress so far. And coming in the future. But for now, Tank Baby is waking up. I hear her happy little sounds. So it's time to quit the stream and go back to being a dada. Alright guys, it's been a pleasure. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.